Oh man, sorry. I That was a breakdown on the system. Let me bring Mohammed Fatih back again because we were having a very useful conversation here. But due to techniques, the system kicked me out of the stream. I will bring Mohammed Fatih back again, and we will continue on where we stop. Sorry for that, everybody. Sorry. Mohammed Fatih, please, forgive me for that inconvenience. Please come back again. Mohammed Fatih was explaining something very useful. We were talking about the security sector in the Gambia. You know, his observation about what is happening in the Gambia presently. You know, when he went there, what he saw and what he think. So this is very important. I am very sorry that this thing break up. I will bring him back so that we will continue our conversation. I'm sorry, everybody. Mohammed Fatih, please come on. I send you the link. If you click, click on the link. Like I don't have to tell you how it is. So you will come back, inshallah. We will further on this. Like before Mohammed Fatih he will come back. I will just help in what he was talking about. We were talking about people, him be one be to the lua, what Asandari Hande Gambia, the way it is very serious because people, let me call him, let me call him because maybe he's still on the live stream on the other one. Uh, oh, let me call him. So, like Mohamed Fatih just come from the Gambia, and this is what he was. Last time we were talking about the situation in the Gambia, we were talking about the political situation in the Gambia until we started talking about how he saw about the security apparatus. Now he's talking about lack of security in the Gambia. So, but thank God that he just informed me that because for the past 2 days, 3 days, I have been less on the internet. That is by choice. I put off my data on during the day. I want to because even the news, I want to stop watching the news. I already stopped watching like medias like Al Jazeera, CNN, and all those things. I stopped watching them long time ago. I think almost 1 year now, and I decide now I will stop watching Belgium news also because I always used to only watch national news. I want to stop it, as long as because I feel like it is giving me so much pressure in me, and I feel also on the social media get a lot of information that I don't need, you know. So I decide recent I have been doing this. I do this most of the time. Some when I feel I have a lot of things that are distracting me. I just put off my data off. I be offline on choice. I have my Wi-Fi at home. Even if I come home, everything, all my data connections, I put it off. I will only maybe. I will not say I will go out of the internet totally. I will not do that. I will not say I will go out of social media. I will not do that. But I will make limitations. I will try to to free my mind a bit. So Mohammed is back. Boy, 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 system oye more fine and boy. I almost I
I was.
yeah. The system just it just throw us out. I was just receiving a message from a claim from the video from Coffee and Coffee and Buju. This. What I get pissed off about Facebook is you know they simple things like playing music and all those things they try to follow you about copyrights. And when people are violating people's rights, people are people are hacking people. People are spreading false informations, and they do not like. I wanted to write to Facebook about this Malam. You know this Malam.
Yeah.
Boy, I recently started doing an experiment about this Malam on the social media. That's why it is part of the things that why I let me look since I said 2 weeks. I will see how many friends requests I got from this Malam. From the last 2 weeks. From last week, this week, I already received 12 friends requests.
Yeah, the same thing for me. Every day, different names.
Different names, the same picture. And these are the things that Facebook should do things about. But I'm not going to talk to you about this. We are talking about something very important. We are talking about the about this national security matters. About this community policing. Community policing can be, there is advantage, there is disadvantage of it. The disadvantage is what we are seeing in the Gambia presently, like a group of community youths of people taking the law into their hands. The advantage it have is, as if it is carried out properly, it can cut crimes and it can save the people from crimes that are to happen. Because if we are all each brother's keepers, then people will be very careful to commit a crime, because they know if I know it, I will say it before you do it. And if I found you doing it, I might put you in, I might hold you responsible. So things like that, we are talking about that thing. And what else, brother, because I want to talk to you about the Gambia. We are talking, let me ask you this question. Because we will say we are poor, we don't have money, we don't have this and this. I will ask you this question. Do you think the Gambia is poor?
No, I don't think Gambia is poor, but I want to believe it's poorly managed.
Okay.
Gambia is not poor, but we are poorly managed. Because
just help me understand. I expect to hear I expect this answer to you. But I want to know from your standpoint. You deny the fact that the Gambia is not poor.
Yes, because Gambia, in a year. Compared to the population of the Gambia and the size of the Gambia. And a government expenditure on travels, on rallies, on activities, money among is not the benefit of the general public. And considering the fact that Gambia is a country, we have 75% of our land is arable land.
When you say arable land, what do you mean?
You can I understand. 75% of our land or more is I understand. And we have a river also, we can utilize this in so many ways. I understand. So now you can taxonomy collect from our business and all of these things. And is managed effectively. Gambia, I understand. Because every year GRA, what they collect from GRA. Not a corruption and ingredients. What GRA collect every year that's billions of dollars. You understand? And what GPA collect, what NAWEC, how much they generate, Gamtel, how much they generate, you understand? And also coming up on River Gambia, Basse River, Basse. Nature and all of this place. So Oba, you know, and who was surrounding area role kata balon kono tela ba ko to ma fa no kena mun be boto you know natara num masakunda e makoro kenum pour que agriculture sementu yandi you know through irrigation damman damma you know through irrigation damma river basse you know river Gambia irrigation damman to men cultivate la sama kono ka fengol wafi ka sanga wafi you know that kodo damma is going to sustain Gambia you know you understand
Yalong, I saw your article. You wrote your observation about Belgium the last time. I think
yes.
3 days ago.
3 days ago, yes.
You made an observation that is teaching, and people maybe somebody living in the Gambia, like the authorities, they read something like that, they will learn from it, because it yemen for thing about this agriculture. Niajen tell na Flandre, this Flandre happens become what it becomes is because of farming, agriculture.
Farming, yeah, of course.
Because you were trying to tell people about the history about this country, you know, why this country is so divided and why it is because these people were the farmers. They were the ones who were farming.
They were farming. Yes.
They were the ones in the mines and all doing all these hard works by then. And this helped them. And Flandre is the richest region of
India, Belgium.
Yeah. Presently, they are the one paying more tax to the government, and they are the one holding, making this country move, and they have the upper voice in this country. So it is true that what you are saying, if Flandre, where they have no mineral resources, they don't have a rich river like our Gambia. We don't have the ocean like, you know, they have fishing companies, but Flandre is so small, you know.
So small, yeah.
So, and if the economy can grow like this, and why not the Gambia? You are right. So, and I am happy that you also have the same view about this, bro. One day I was at work, you know, colleagues, you know, they like challenging me in, like, we talk about economics and politics, you know, I like talking about general matters. Akonyeko Bubaka, why is Africa suffering? Why are the people in Africa, they are in the poverty, below the poverty line?
Poverty line, yeah.
So many people below the poverty line, and those who are rich, they are the ones in power. I told him, you are right. Your observation is right. Africa is not poor. Like you said, Africa is ill managed, is poorly managed. Because if you look at, let me give you a country like the Gambia, you know, you have the state, one person who is running the state become richer than the state.
Of course.
When he was coming to power, he was nothing. Somebody who, a layman, like, let's say, let me just use GDC, because that is my brother from family. I will use GDC now. Yeah, brother Maifati from Nyankoi.
GMC,
yeah, GMC. Sorry, brother Maifati from Nyankoi. You know, he come to power. You know, and then people who support him, some people are, you know, they have no profession. Maybe they have no fixed jobs. You know, at once, you know, they are exposed to authority. They get power, money. You know, many people what people fail to understand is the power of the capitalists. The capitalists can corrupt a poor person. You know,
it's true.
They will expose you to possibilities that you have never thought of. You know, like it might be they are it's not might be they are already doing it to brother Adama Barrow. Barrow, they already did it to him, because they expose him to possibilities that he would have never think of. You know, like, let me give you an example about the problem of capitalism. You know, the first example is the person who donate those cars to the members of National Assembly.
Exactly.
That is number one. You know, it's not only Adama Barrow they did to that. all those people in the National Assembly who could have many of those people could not even buy a bicycle for themselves.
It's true.
You know, and you give them these priorities, you give them these opportunities that they could not do for themselves. Brother, these are the kind of things that corrupt Africa. This is what spoiled Africa. That is not only from the president up to the last person who is collecting duties on the street every day. Imagine you come, me Boubacar Diallo, I am working for the BAC, Basse Area Council, yeah, and I am paid $1,000, yeah. I come to you, you know, you were supposed to pay $500. You told me, you know, Boubacar, take $200. Don't give me receipt, just go your way. You are already corrupting me. You are exposing me to possibilities that I myself I cannot. My daily income is less than $5. You know, and you are giving me $200 at once. These are the kind of things that corrupt Africa. But the worst thing is from above, because like you see what is happening to this Chinese coming to Africa. People will say the Chinese bala they are spoiling Africa, but the China, they come with business. You know, they come. The problem here is to the authorities who are there. But the most dangerous elements of Africa is the capitalists who are these multinationals, you know, like the Eltins, these big giant companies who come to Africa to pump money into Africa. Bro, a country like the Gambia, like you said, if we prioritize and we know what is best for us, we could elevate the whole country from poverty. Or people are not even poor. Bro, 99% of Gambians are farmers.
Yes. Let me help you on that. You know, you talk about corruption, you know, but I'll come to that later. So let me baringa agriculture fonko demandi mungalonko. You give an example of Flanders in Belgium. You understand? Mungalonko, you know, the farmers on Mungalonko, they are not many, you know, but they are able to, you know, supply the country, you know, they are able to move the economy forward. You understand? So, but Nyajibe Gambia and Nyajibe to gang, ila seno kakeno periodically a time or certain time be some produce because of the weather condition. I understand it.
Like in the winter.
But, like in the winter, I understand. You know, we cannot in the winter, you know, almost impossible. I understand. But in Gambia, you have good na kino be betaring andum kilo fanan kabule ya nyama fanan na weather is condition is very good. You understand? So, but munyan kake, the problem is that we are still into substance farming. So when the rest of the world has mechanized agriculture and monetize it, you know, but still we are into substance farming. Mungalonko double new follow this soul. Nkawolo use pick up section. You understand? Mungalonko ndel mama nyol ni mumunyol tata wole lanu. Europe was like that, but during the first industrial revolution, they moved from substance farming to mechanized agriculture. They mechanized agriculture, and from this produce, they are able to create industries, you know. So from mechanized agriculture, they moved to industrialization, you know, and they are able to produce and manufacture some of these produce in their factories because they have capital already from agriculture, enough capital from agriculture, you know, sir. So they use this money to create industries and factories. So from these factories, they are able to, you know, invent until now. We are talking about robots and nanotechnology and internet of the things. But it starts from somewhere. They are able to feed themselves through agriculture. The surplus, they bank it together and they say, okay, you know what? Now let's think about something else. Let's think about industrialization. Let's think about, you know, building industries, you know, and manufacture goods and services. You understand? So if you are able to, you know, feed yourself through agriculture, then you will be able to think the next move. But if it needs a level of mungalanko, you are still thinking of how to feed yourself. How can you think of technology? How can you think of research and development and invention? I understand. So I think I'm government focus on a priority the agriculture like 10%, at least 10% of the budget, they put it into agriculture. You understand? And then they focus on it for the next 10 years. You will see how Gambia will change drastically. Because Congo no Vandabudu, you can think about all of these things. Something that's the problem.
Yes, you are absolutely right. It ain't I also believe nga wole for na colleague that colleague. I as a young African, somebody who is Kabin Nata Belgium jang. I saw how Belgium the economy is growing. I saw and I listen and I read from I know how this economy grow. And if I compare this country to Gambia, I see no reason why the Gambia will be called a poor country when and it will go and borrow money, take loans, bigger loans, huge loans, and they put them unnecessarily, like put them in things that we don't even need, like
that's true.
you want to expose people into city life, into modern roads and running pipe water and all those things, and they cannot afford that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm? Do you understand what I'm? You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes,
like
yes.
You go to. Let me give you this as a bonus, a Jahanka, I know, to Sare Pate.
Yeah.
I know you would like to hear this. You one Sare Pate or Sare Bubakar, where they are cultivators. They just they rear animals and farm,
cultivation,
grow goods and crops and eat. You want to expose these people to electricity, to water, to running pipe water. They already forget about their how they used to live peacefully. And when they have this electricity, when it comes, it costs them money.
Yeah, it's true.
So if they don't have, they have to ramp their find a way to pay their bills.
To pay their bills, yes.
So they are already going beyond their capacity. What their possibilities. So I think before you give Sare Pate electricity, you give them like running pipe water and all those things. You have to help them to be able to sustain those things. Like you and I know when we grow up when we are going to school in our high school. Let's say when the junta took over, they tried to put street water and all these things in our communities, in Basse and all. Where are all those stuffs?
They all, they are all there, spoiled. They all spoiled almost.
Those were funds that they got from international donors, or from the IMF or the World Bank and so to fund those projects.
Fund those projects, yes.
And those projects cost a lot of money. But the communities are not developed. They are not equipped enough to maintain those
projects,
facilities, and because it is beyond there. Imagine it come to a point that if you want to fetch water from the tap, you have to pay like $25. You have to pay like, I don't know, $5. I don't know, something for a 25 liters.
It's not sustainable. You cannot sustain it.
Because those people, they first of all, that is, you bring that to them, and you don't equip them, you don't give them the means to have money to be able to have that. And you now want them. That is the problem. Don't you think so, bro?
No, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. The way the living condition, the way more kabalu, ila taranyal ni ila kila kuwa kinyamena, ni abondi bulla ye fendo dila without giving them the corresponding idea of how to maintain that thing yes amamento it caused a lot of problem to them because you moon long and they don't know how to do those things to sustain themselves pour que fam balonde pour que fam sambay naturally you only family but because you want to impress them you want to il a pas pour ite nyado for your interest if I tell the mungalonko is glittering but it's not commensurate with their life they are not up to that stage yet it's a process mungalonko it should go step by step they will know how to behave and how to handle and how to maintain that status quo but from level A you jump into level 10 between 1 and 10 all the members here they don't know how they get to 9 how they get to 10 so they are not 1 month every 10 so how do they go from 1 to 10 they don't know what is in 2 what is 3 or what is 4 up to 10 you understand so that's one of the problems Drekamu face as African. For example, APRC they try to put Pombol and everywhere and all of this through the international donors, projects and some of these projects they are not locally. The people who come with this project most of the time they are not locally grown the idea of this about a more level from the outside country. So they could sponsor either UNICEF or CCF or whatsoever. So but that the project, the idea, who conceived the idea is not a native of that place. Or it's not someone who live within that area. You understand? So you come with the idea, you put this project there, but you don't train them how to maintain this project, and they don't internalize this project. You don't train them how to maintain this project. You don't show them how, for example, if this project fail or it fails out, how are they going to come up with their own project similar to that project?
Like to have let me say, can I say it like this? Like to be ownership of the project.
Yeah.
Like to be to
take ownership.
Let me say like we say now we will build 5 boreholes. We think we need 5 boreholes. So all we know we can afford to fund by 5 boreholes. We build it. We know that this is what it costs and this is how it's maintained. That's why we choose to do that. But exactly. you bring, if it is not from us, it is not our project. You have to first make us ownership of the project. You make us know how to maintain that project and how did you get those fundings and how are we also going to maintain those, like the taps in the streets. When the taps in the streets, when they break and you want to charge every family member $5 or $50 when they already have $2, they are lacking $2 to buy a cup of rice. You already bring in trouble to people. Not so.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So if the communities have alternative sources of maintaining this project, either by creating a fund for them, they will contribute to it, or in some form, But you bring a project, so not up to a point, I can stop, because munga idea in nata, he know where he get the fund from. He know how to go about with the fund, but they have no idea how to maintain this project.
Don't you think this is one of, like we were talking about last week? Na politicians all, our politicians, they just take projects, like a project alter for election purpose, like the political purpose, like building bridges, building roads, building many schools like Yaya Jammeh did without equipping them. You building hospitals, and without having proper beds there. you build fast, you make facilities when we don't equip those facilities, and the facilities that you build a hospital for Nyankoi, a hospital you build for Nyankoi, and Nyankoi community cannot maintain that hospital, and you don't give them funds to maintain that hospital. It will just be a mere building, my bro.
It's going to be an elephant project. It's going to be like an elephant that cannot move, cannot do nothing, because this is beyond their capacity to maintain. I understand. So if you do that thing, you should have in mind this thing have to be. It's not here for a short time. It should be here for a lifetime. Should be here for a lifetime. You should have this at the back of your mind. This project is here for a lifetime. So you should provide contingent plan for it way before you do a kilafam. I understand. But another problem we tap ideas from foreign consultants outside of the Gambia. I understand.
Copy paste.
They copy and paste. And paste. When we have our universities, our institution of higher learning in the Gambia, I understand. So for me, I think one of the reasons we should have university, or we have university, it should not be like a high school. University should be more than a high school. This is why it's called a university. That is where, research and development should be made. I understand. Yes. That is where research and development should be made. Out of that research and development, you can make invention, you can make innovation. You understand? So we should be able to go to the academia and the intellectual. They are within the academia and the university too. You tap into these brains. You understand? You consult them. You create a think tank. You create a think tank whereby they will think through the government policies. And interrogate government policies. And see whether is fit. For our livelihood as Gambian. Because near Jube, universities, they cannot make research, they cannot make development. How are you going to make invention and innovation? And what is the best place for innovation and invention? Namankenna University. These are places where we should be able to make research. But the problem is the university is lacking the required fund to be able to carry on research. Because research on science and technology is take a lot of money. It's money, So government can priority the university to pump money into university. Why na usual men it's a research, it's a development, or you can able to come with something, It's going to be homegrown.
Imagine the government give, I think, the University of Antwerp, they are going to build like vaccines or many other research to make more libraries and laboratories and all those things.
Of course.
Those kind of fundings, you are talking about that, like to equip to make our universities more than just like to go to take lessons and go away.
No, it should be more than that. Yes, universities should be more than that.
Developing. Like like we have in Belgium here, we have the university hospitals.
Yes, exactly. That's what I mean.
We have university hospitals in Belgium here. Like the one from KU11, the one the one in Brussels, in Kent, all this, even Antwerp, their university, they have university hospitals where doctors and medical personnel are taught and trained to become, and then they end up working for those institutes. So you are talking about those kind of things.
Exactly, because they come with all this research and all this innovation. That's where it comes from. That's where it develops. That's why young Teleto, you see the biology from KU11 always coming to talk about coronavirus and all of these things. So Niajiba, there are always professors from universities, professors from universities and all of these things. That is where the best brains are. They should not be neglected. Among they go and acquire degree and go into the street like no. They should come out with invention. We have scientists in the Gambia. We have scientists. So why could they come up with a solution to some of these problems? But because they are not capacitated, they don't have the resources to make further research, and come up with experiments.
Don't you think our universities now, they treat them like our secondaries and high schools? People are just going to learn lessons, and they might not end up being end up being useful to them.
It's true. The difference is not much. The difference is not much because when you are there, you don't. When I'm in the university and you don't involve in a serious intensive research, on innovation and development. What is the difference from secondary school? In secondary school, you don't have the ability to do that. But in the university, you should have the ability to carry on research and development, and come up with an invention. Mungalonko is going to be a national one. We can say this was created by our university, students. Or we say our university research team come with a cure for this particular disease. A simple disease, we cannot cure it. We have to have guidance from America and Europe. And we go to the same university with these people. We sit in the same universities and we go back to our countries. But they can still carry on research and do more. But when we are in our country, we are confined to, doing what? Consultation and giving medication and minor surgery. When the rest of the world are doing, massive things, when it comes to invention and development. So what is the difference now? You go to the same university with someone in Europe, you have the same degree, the same qualification, but at the end of the day, you will see them, discovering things. You go to your country in Africa, you cannot discover more, nothing. You cannot create nothing,
What do you think?
What is the problem?
Yes, this is what I want to ask you. To your own understanding, like, I know you are a Pan-Africanist.
Of course.
You follow African politics and matters beyond the boundaries of the Gambia. I often come across your opinions and your observations about African matters. I will ask you, what do you think is the problem?
I think the problem is still the leadership, because the leadership, like I said, instead of focusing on education and encouraging these young minds, they see these people as threat to them. You understand? They see someone with good idea, a very intelligent somebody, a politician, or most of the time, as a threat to their power. Because if these people are able to excel and they are able to do good things, maybe the chance of that person getting recognition is bigger, and then now involved in the politics in one way or the other, maybe he can give me a trouble. So the problem is the leadership, the priority. What is our priority? Because if you have a leader that is focused, that can stand and see the plan and know what is happening. A leader that is able to to change the life of his people. And just like I'll give an example of Magafuli, in Tanzania. When Magafuli came to Tanzania, he come with a clear agenda, with a clear mind of what he want to take Tanzania from where it is. So he start on corruption, start on stamping on corruption. Then he discovered like almost 20,000 ghost workers, Munialanko. They are being paid, but they are not actually working for the government.
But that is happening in the Gambia. Did you remember the time of the Corona funds?
Yes, it's
Do you
happening.
remember when the minister was talking about his frustration about these ghost names in the list of beneficiaries?
Yeah, that's just in the health sector. We don't go to
Yeah.
the other sectors and other sectors.
Yes, just continue on Magafuli's example.
So Magafuli, when Magafuli discovered about 20,000 ghost workers, he don't just stop there. He makes sure that everyone is out of the system. You know how much did that save money for Tanzania? That cost millions of money, millions of dollars for Tanzania. You know? And also he discovered, people on the payroll, Munyalanko, they already died, but they are still being paid in government from budget. You understand?
That Tanzania was going to people, to head of institutions.
People who died, yes, and they are still, their salaries are going. So who is it going to? Someone who died and is still you know, it's going to the people in that department, the people there, right? So as a leader, Ninata, you is right. Don't listen to popular opinion. You know, just focus on what you are doing. Now, the people will see it. So after doing that, he saved millions of people for Tanzania also. And then when the Chinese came also, they proposed to him, you understand, a $10 billion to extend the Julius Nyerere port. Julius Nyerere port, la authority, la port, la port, extend, He said, no, we are not going to give you this project. Because the Chinese always have a hidden agenda, They give you billions of money, and they always go for your best places. They target your port, they target your airports, they target your if you don't mind, your state house, I understand. So he told the Chinese, no, are you crazy? We are not taking any loan from you. All the money is going to generate in Tanzania. And as we are speaking, that port expansion is already ongoing. Without taking 10 billion from the Chinese people. He is able to do that now. And he is able to, to mechanize the agriculture, agriculture, He give them tools, he give them, tractors, he give them farming equipment. And Tanzania now if you ask Tanzania, agriculture is, it's getting, popular, in Tanzania. I understand. So it's all part of leadership. One with vision. Mungalanko, he have a clear vision of what he want to take the country to.
But Mohammed, you talk about him going after other thing corrupt leaders. But Magafuli did what most African leaders, let me say, apart from the late Thomas Sankara, I never had any African leader who did what Magafuli did. Maybe I might be wrong, cutting government funding, cutting like like what you were saying, the government officials, members of the civil service having more than 2 vehicles, or in the beginning of the junta they were trying to control all these things, but I thought that was just let me say it, how to call it, Rafetal. They were just trying to paint a picture like when they see a government vehicle after working hours, they will deal with you. But Magafuli, he started with himself. He cut his salary.
Yes,
don't you think it is unfair for a minister or a permanent secretary who is paid maybe let me say minimum $7,000 or $15,000, and you have your allowances, and yet still, your transport allowance, all these things, you have this in double digits, while the person who is doing the job in your department is paid less. Don't you think that is fair? That is unfair. Like Magafuli did that. He cut his salary. Don't you think? Do you think our president can do that? and
in fact, our president increased his salary and the salary of the ministers, and everyone in. But Niajibe Yakinyami like 100% or 50%. But Niajibe wo among the low mullas salary man siabaka more favor. For example, you are President Barrow, you are a minister, you earn $50,000, and a cleaner in your ministry is earning $2,000. So you say we increase your salary to 50% or 150% or 100%. So this one will have how much? 2,000, 4,000.
4,000, and the other will have 500,000.
So how is that fair?
Yeah, that is not fair.
That's not fair. You cannot do things like that, and that's what they do in Gambia. You understand? Everyone see the same phone call. So that's not fair.
You understand what I'm talking about the example I gave about Maga Fuli?
Yes, Maga, the president should reduce his own salary first. And the salary tala, minister la salary tala, permanent secretary la salary tala. I understand. Because at least you have a privilege to you have the luxury for a government because you have allowance, fuel allowance, other allowance, but the junior worker have no allowance. He is only dependent on his salary. So instead of increasing your salary, the permanent secretary and ministers and president, at the lowest phone call, salary because they don't have any access to phone call allowance because they don't go nowhere. They have no opportunity to travel anywhere. They have no opportunity to attend workshops. So, minister ni phone call allowance will be la fare no. Do gino sa so la allowance na kala fa wala salary na kala fa no. Then at least by example.
Jomale nyanta nyim fight la. Who should advocate for this?
I think our National Assembly members, they should be the one helping us with these things because they are our representative.
How do you expect our National Assembly for the vision? This when they are talking about loans for themselves.
For themselves. It's a tragedy. That's a tragedy. We have nowhere. That's where we should run to because Nimbojedo correct only I know. Nim proposal they debate on it and they approve it and it became a law. So we have to put our hope on them. But if they fail us, we have opportunity again when the next election comes to make sure that to put right people in the right place.
How do we put right people at the right place when we are choosing based on political affiliation?
This is the problem. But I think we should all remove our political lenses, and see individual because we know each other from community level, from ward level, from village level. Momonia elect, Momonia from president to be a phone call, to be a candidate. People know you. Who are you? What is your qualification? What is your commitment to the community you come from? Have you ever engaged in any kind of engagement, mental community develop community function? Most of the time, community youth they are very busy with the community. They engage the youths. They are but yet still they are doing it. They are very passionate about these things. It's part of them. You see such people, they are available. Not many, but they are available.
What do you say to this? It is immunesotono kafo nins observation tenin na boy dobe kachakanu. Akonye ko boy yalong the only way we will solve ning incompetency of leadership in the Gambia, like into higher office. We take an example. Kafoko, before like if my president, my brother, my party want to stand for flag bearer of the GMC. If Ahmad Ba want to stand flag bearer for NRP. For president for Ousainou Darboe to be able to stand for flag bearer of UDP. They have to first prove themselves in regional and regional level, saying that like we have to make our regional governors electable. You know, they should not be chosen by the president. You know, they should be elected, because you know why, we all see the effect, you know, the powers of the governor's office, you know, in our regions. You know what I'm talking about. You know, from the governor's office, from the council's office, like the area council office. If my brother, my Fati, and brother, how to call him, brother Adama Barrow, and Mama Kande, if they want to stand on national level, they have to go to Basse Force, URR. They have to prove themselves there first. You know, they have to run for election there, you know, under their parties, you know, and then they win, they prove themselves, you know, that, you know, I was the governor of Basse, I was the chairman of Basse. This is during, then people can assess whether brother my Fati is, you know, he know how to run an administrative office, you know. Then we will not have like people are blaming our brother Adama Barrow, like the president, how he never know about executive and all this. Don't you think that observation is genuine? I had these arguments with some of Nteni Naboy, Nteni Pakol Kakacha. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. Definitely, I think it's a good idea, because near Jube, if you are able to manage a region effectively, like Yemufote, you know, they go and contest in Basse, you know, Basse governorship. You understand? And then the person who emerged as the winner became the governor in Basse. You understand? So he's responsible for the development of Basse. So he knows how to ala fero la anala londo la anala connection la I understand. So if naya keno puru ay Basse develop no as a region, with all the and the surrounding villages, no, URR in general.
I'm talking about, when I say Basse Yalong,
URR, Basse is when you say Basse, when you say Basse is URR, I understand. So if you are able to develop Basse, you know, and then a relationship with the people in Basse, you know, is what kind of leader you will be when you come to the national stage. So at least people will have an idea of what kind of a leader it will be, you know, president. And then, because if you are able to qualify as a candidate for national presidency, then you will be able to refer back to your development. You'll be able to convince the people, nalay chance jintela ngeta fongoti, ngeta presidenti, nga Basse develop nyamen na, you know. Health center health care fongota nyamen silo ning geo ning kara kendale nga develop nyamen na with the small resources within Basse nga keno nyamen na. What about if I have the resources of the whole country? I will do more than this, and people can make judgment by themselves. You know, your work will speak for you. You know, the things you do, your record will speak for you. You know, so I think that's a good idea. You know? You know, people start from somewhere. You cannot just jump up and want to be a president when you can't even whether you can even manage a club or not. You understand? But you have to be tested somewhere, like this idea you bring. If you are tested and proven to be a right leader, then I'm sure, you know, people will be able to make a good leader, you know. So if all the regions make it like this, like you are you know, and then they all contest in a national level. Each of them will be able to argue for themselves what they have done in their region, what they are able to do, you know.
Yeah, but you know the idea. You know why I found that was very productive. Near Juve, in Kamen Forteng, yeah. Come, let's say we can also pinpoint. We say let's say but area council have a council. They they meet and talk about their development projects, you know, and they agree and disagree on plans, and they bring projects and plans, you know, and funds are debated and discussed on council level. And let's say these things happens to be like, because the councillors in Basse, in all these regions are elected based on political blind. You understand what I'm saying? Because like
that's true.
our brother, the chairman of Basse area council, is from the UDP.
For the UDP, for the.
So all those, and we have Bensouda in KMC. He's from UDP. So we can attest this kind of, like, let's say brother Fode Danjo and Usman, this Bensouda, you know, they come to power, they come to national level, they become candidates of, let's say they want to stand for the UDP. The two of them, the UDP membership will balance these two and see who is more efficient, who is more capable of running this country for them. Then they will not just look personality. You understand what I'm saying? They will look at work ethics. They will look at results, and also how to manage executive and also administrative matters.
So it's true. That's
it will not only be like a personality.
It's true.
When I was having these discussions with these brothers, I say I think Gambia have a better opportunity for that, because maybe we are not living in big states like Nigeria and all, where we have governors running for presidency. But in the Gambia we have governors too. We have. Why not we try that? Don't you think it's high time the electoral reforms include that too? Our governorships to be non-nominated members, but well elected members of, because we had testimonies from people, especially in the TRRC, and people our own. Like last time I was talking to Factors here, he was telling me when they were trying how it runs when they were trying to select a candidate for the APRC. By then, the governors have a lot of say in it. If somebody who is a governor can have a lot of say, and we also know, we hear what governors do in the URR. I'm not going to talk about the whole Gambia. Me, I'm from Basse. I'm from URR, so I was there my whole youth manship. So I know what governors did there. We seen when the late Musa Falai Balde came there. We seen when other like Umar Khan, we see how he was there. We seen this, because the governor's office is higher than they have more powerful than the council chairman. So
in fact what you are saying is absolutely correct now, because if you need a Rajiwe in URR, we can take example in Basse. The governor in Basse is appointed by the president. You understand? So someone who appointed you can dismiss you
and can influence your
how you work, how you take decision. So, like they also have too much power, because they know they have direct contact with the president. It's like they are representing the president in that region. So I'll give you an example of how governors have power, how they can even control the police and the police stations, especially in URR. This is something I experienced myself. You understand? Maybe I don't know if you are aware of that. Some time ago, when even before I come to Europe, this is a personal story I went through. In like an abuse of office by someone who is trying to please a president. Because he think, in his wisdom, he think that that's what will make the president. I because he's afraid. I understand. So me, I have an encounter with this man, president, the last governor, Umar Khan. Yes, Umar Khan. Munkata was. I'll just give a brief phone call about what happened.
Just just say it how you want.
Yes, because what happened was in 2011. I understand. In 2011, me Basse Wuli, You know, Darana started with some of my friends from Banjul, from Combo, from Kesiring, you understand? And these people are also part of our team as GMC youth team, you understand? So, Kabin Daraje, you know, we have some of these GMC flag, you know, the flag is ready, you understand? So, Ndarabase, and then I raised this flag in our family home in Basse, in Kerawan, you understand? So, which is normal, is, you know, if you go to Gambia, you see flags everywhere in every compound, you understand? So, I raised this flag in our family compound in Nyakwe, Kerawan, with my friends, you know. So, after a few days, I went back to Serakunda in Keresiring, you know, you understand? So, Mbije, after I had a call from my family members, you understand? The police came here and they were asking for the person who put this flag here. The flag, you understand? So they told them it's me, but I went back to Combo. I'm not in the village anymore. So what they did was, they said now, because since Damandraje, my family, my parents have to go and answer to the police. You understand? You know, this is real, you know. So they have to arrest my stepdad because my dad was not alive. So they arrest two of my stepdad, and they take them and detain them in Basse police station. You understand? Unless I come back, they will not release them.
And what was your crime? Your crime was just to raise the national,
just to raise the GMC flag. Just to raise GMC flag in our family compound. That is the only crime. You understand? So, okay, they call me, and I have to go. You know, so Ndata, my konye, you can go because my was not in the town by then. You understand? So I konye go, but you commit no crime. Just, you know, just go. You understand? So Ndata base, you know, mamfuda nyakwe fam fuda da base na suko no na pama na, you know, we have a compound there pama na kota male daria aje. So Ndata auto Natara baby CRNJ Molbe, people are worried, no. Some people are, you know, some are often crying, you know, because, you know, at that time, you know, so things was, you know, people are very afraid. You understand? So Kabin Data, say Murada Suokonoji, you know, Nin Data so Tarano station roji, Base, Bunka. You understand? So Data police station Eko police wole ko nyinamu, this is the boy who munga fungo kije. I understand. Munga flago yinkija. Yeah. So saying police wole nde eko saying go nara eko nyego jele flago kala so kono kai ha. Eko nyego muna na yakije. Ngo eko bot fonga nga munkila feke yinika fonga luwa di yaba foma luwa di ngai no. Po ngai ko ni dara base sare konja we flag jamal jele sare kono je. Yeah. So munana is a problem.
And secondly, the leader of the party that the flag that you raised was born from that family, from that compound. That's like saying not to raise the green flag in Kabila.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened was, Kabri police I don't break any law because what I told them was that, okay, you are the police, you know, I'm not going to, you know, argue with you, you know. Just what I'm going to say is, if you think I break any law of the country, just take me to the court and charge me, you know, the offense I committed. You know, me, I'm ready to go to court and defend myself. You understand? But if I don't commit any crime, just release me, let me go and do my business. I'll leave my parents, you know. You understand? Akunye ko no, you know, Mr. Fati, adena bide yala mune fonya. Akunye Mr. Fati, ñu manken del fanga la wis pour kata ki la mol arrest. Akunye ko bigo nde fanga yalo ne yale munke, amanke problem gajel. Akunye ko bari gofano na raja Umar Khan, wona raja ko information soro ko atole wole ka ala sare ko no andu manda election time oro no ajel. So ako governor na ra ko they have to go and arrest me to bring me Ako ikaiko, but we don't have a Moratem Bulang Bitale. Ako they don't want to go because ikaiko Moratem Bulano, because Malakota, I'll give you car. So ako komana le moro dila ay sanso dila will put it in namul arrest. So ikaiko, do you think under the law the governor have right to order you to do something which is against the law? You understand? So, but Mwebe Sharinje, I can see he was kind of guilty, he also had a financial letter, because the government might implicate him. I understand. So I don't push the matter too much, but he confessed to me that it's not him, it's the governor. I understand. Munga preso to go and do that. So
your this testimony should, if you say this in front of the National Assembly, this should warrant the National Assembly members to pass to make legislations, to make all higher office holders like governors and these chairmen of the area councils be elected members, not nominated members.
Not nominated. Exactly.
Because what you are saying here is one of this is your personal. But
and it was on the newspaper, for I reported at the time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine your two stepfathers being arrested.
Really,
a whole community worried about what is coming next. We like you said, we all know by then how it used to be. Imagine your life is already at risk, and those of your family members. And if the blindness of the fact that the Umar can just would not only see that, okay, where is this flag being raised? Where is it raised? Even mentioning brother Maifati alone would have been a genuine reason to raise that flag, even if it was not election time, because that is where Maifati is his family compound. So it's like saying nobody should wear green apart from election time in Kanilai. That is an insult to our freedom of expression, and even
to make it even worse, the police say that they cannot withdraw the case unless I call the governor and then let the governor come and say that and withdraw the case.
But there was no case at first hand.
There was no case in the first place. I said I'm not going to do that.
What they should have done was to apologize to your parents, your stepdads, and then apologize to you for wasting your time from traveling from the combos to Basse just for a flag that you raise, And people are marching with t-shirts with the image of the president 24 hours in the streets of the Gambia when it was not election time, and nobody called them that.
So it all goes down to because of they were elected upon more may elect. So they were trying to secure their position, because to them they give Yajame this impression that the whole of URR is behind you, So they go on intimidating everyone we have to support the government. Not because they like Yajame or what, but it's their own position they are trying to secure, So, but even for the Natara, Moleke appoint, people vote for you. It's the people you are answerable to, not an individual, So you do your best to satisfy those people by working, by making sure that it goes back to them, So I think this should start somewhere, Either someone should come with a proposal and present it to National Assembly. All public officials who are representing our people should not be handpicked by the executive, by the president. We can do because they are always worrying whether what is the president thinking of my job. President come did he have doubt in me or whatsoever? So they try to prove it, but by all means necessary. I'm on your side. even doing the wrong things.
Hassan Jaite is throwing stones on you. He said you should go to the TRRC and narrate your story. What is no?
This is serious.
To be candid, you know, narrating such stories. Hassan have a point, but here the point here is those are violations of rights, not only to you, from your parents too. You need your parents, those two men, those two Jahanka men, you know, maybe they meet them boy, yeah, boy.
You know the mono boy.
Yeah,
the mono
boy, that is double violation, boy. Jahanko nala mono boy, yeah, arrest boy. One double violation. So it's true. You know why I think Hassan saying you go to the TRRC and say this is because, you know, the TRRC people, maybe the people should, others, not you. I'm not saying you, because we know if people of these regions, our regions, like let's say the people, the interior people of the interland people, like people from the provinces, if they should come and narrate their experience with the power and influence of our these nominated members of higher office in our regions, because the highest office in our region should be like the elected members, like the area council members, but the highest ranking officers of our region are the governors. They are not elected, but majority of our, you can even see when we have our national events, all these things, those are the ones who share those things, you know. And we all attention goes to them, and they are not elected. And let's say Fode Danjo and the current governor of Basse will be at a ceremony. All attention will be on that woman, on that person, while Fode Danjo is the one who is elected by the locals, you know,
exactly,
of the region. Fode Danjo should be the forefront of every event of that region, because Fode got the mandate of the people. Mandate of the people. So that's why I think that my discussions with those brothers was it is genuine that Gambians come out and cry. It might not be only from you. You are talking about your own experience, but bro, I know hundreds of stories that I was not involved even. Like you have your story. Factors have his story, you know, about, let him say, like they're talking about political influence of these people in local politics of our regions, you know, like really. Like being Umar Khan is not from Basse. He's a Gambian, but he's not from URL, you know. If Umar Khan should chair this decision making of selecting, even if it is from his own member of being a part of the party, you know, he should not be the center, you know. Of course. Umar Khan can chair, like it means already outside influence is already amongst the locals, you know. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say we have brother Seluba was the governor, or we have let's say Mai Fati, or we have Mama Kande, or Hassan Jaite, or anybody, you know. We know this man is from us, even if he's from the NRP or UDP or GDC or anywhere. When GDC is or UDP or any party is selecting people who will represent locally, represent their parties for the people of the region, then we know these ideologies all come from our own people, not outside. So all we seen, apart from, I think Umar Sise, Sampo Sise. Umar Sampo Sise, yeah. Apart from Sampo Sise, I don't know other person from URR who have been governor of URR. Do you know any? No, I don't know. I don't. So you see, and all of this, because me, during my school days, I know about Musa Falai, Umar Khan first, Musa Failai Balde. I know about Mohamed Baji. I know about I know who also. I know these people. These are not from people of the region. You know, if you go to maybe to Mansa Konko, it's the same. If you go to other regions, they send their people from other part of the country to be representatives of the government when they are not even from amongst us. From amongst
them. You know what that cause? Okamunge fanang, akarte ko gofano ala present in the area bukawara bake, you know. Because you, for example, you move on the West Coast, you're not a governor, you're a governor. Most of the time, he's going to the combos. That's where he have a house. I residence of Basile, but most of the time, I got a combo back. You understand? So, but name if you choose a native and make him a governor in that Congo, and I think it should be a policy. They should be based there. Near the combo. It should be an urgent matter, you know, or there's important matter in the coming attend, you know. We should be based there, you know. You should have know everything at the finger of your tip. But you cannot know that when you are, you know, traversing between Combo and Passe, you know, going and coming, I understand. Most of the time, people, they go to your office, you are not there, the deputy governor is there, you know, or none of you are there, you know. So, most of the time, it delays the progress of the development, Mumbeke Kanjay. And most of the time, they see the locals, the natives in the area council. Maybe the working relationship is not going to be that harmonious between them, you know. But now that they are all from the same region, you know, the same region, the area council, the CEO of the area council or the chairman of the area council and the governor, they are all from the same region. Then I think they are thinking it will align on the same direction, you know, because I think they have a different upbringing in the same area, you know. They can think the same. Because you know, it's a scene a catchano a bangola core, catcha bangola core, you know. Because be were a jelly, be colon, be more along the same people, you know. But Nindana Mora Narajang, you know, it's not bad thing, but it's not like Nimbora Urajan, you know, and the Mumfanarango, nothing in the Kaduku, Gafanamborajan, you know. So most of the time, you understand. You know, the teamwork will be, they are my teamwork will be smoother than, you know, because the other one might think, okay, how in his mind, people are different. Maybe Abaja condemn with Gufanoti, but I'm not from this region. Maybe, you know, they have some growth mind against me or whatsoever. But if you are from the same place, I don't think you would think of like this. No, Mambo Yang, you know, Mambo regional. Maybe he's trying to undermine me because Mambo Yang. But now do this, do like, you know, do Banko Allah Era Nyarota. I'll tell you undermine now, you know, because I'll be able to, you know, I'll be able to, I'll call this place home, you know.
What do you say to the observation of Hassan Jaite that the governor's office is a waste of taxpayers' money and it is not serving the interest of the people, but just for the president? I think we already said that.
I already said that. They are not serving interest. Nima Bonino, if they don't abolish it at all, Yabonije, like Asanya Akunyami, he is 100% correct. Whatever they do, they think first, President of Munemi follow. Everything that the president comes first in their mind, okay, whether area mole Nafabi Bambari, President of Vajila Nyadi follow. President of Benjila Nyadila, Vajila ko for Hanatra Modo initiative double in the Mungalanko is another party. For example, a member of UDP or GMC want to come up with an initiative, you know, but he's a well-known member in GMC or UDP. When he brings that proposal to the governor, before he accepts this proposal, he would think twice. Because Abajalako, who is the person behind this development? Is he part of NPP or not? So now NPP, okay, for him to push the agenda to the government, it's going to be at the time of Talabake, Namanke Mungaranko is very strong and patriotic. But he will see that if I work with these people, the government might think that I want to promote GMC or UDP, which is not the case.
Don't you think the portfolio of a governor in Gambian time, in the Gambian system, is a political appointment?
It's a political appointment.
It's even a political bureau. If I may take from from the explanation from factors, and activities, and my own observation as a young man growing in Basse, seeing what those governors do in URR. They are, let's say the governor chairing a nomination, a candidate, a regional, a Basse constituency nomination for a party, for APRC. He is the governor of the whole URR. Let's say, will he go to chair the nomination of the GMC or the UDP? He will not.
No.
He will not even attend a political rally of the opposition, because that might cost him his seat. But if you look on the function of the governor, if you have to govern everybody, you are the governor. In Belgium here we have our regional governors. Those people, let's say the region of Antwerp, we have our governor. You know that in West Flanders, these governors, they pass authorities in these regions, and their office is they pass judgments, and they pass like regional laws. These laws, they have to is for the whole region, and everybody is included, and they are not like political line. So if it is if the governorship have to be seen, then if GMC or UDP or NRP or any other party is hosting any rally in URR, he or she should go and attend those rallies.
It should be like, because
if he can a governing party rally, then he should be able to go to govern also in other rallies, because he's the governor.
It's true, because Niajibe Yemunfo, Asane Munfo, it's all come to that. Because Niajibe, it all Ikamuna Jibe ko they should not see themselves kapoko the personal interest of all Jibe, because Ikajo Koromen Masekundala Koro Namo Kajo online. The ruling party, they don't pay the governor from the party's fund. For example, right now, President Barrow is the president, but he's not paying the governors from NPP budget. He's paying the governors from the Gambian government budget. And this budget, Gamano Beta Muni Korodi, I understand. So Ning governor, every governor should know that, okay, I'm here, the president appointed me, but President Bukanjo, Bankudingo Lekanjo, Nakoro, Bankudingo Lekajo, including the opposition also. So any development at the end of Kajilako is for everyone, not political line, So and when Kamobe engage, in that direction, at the Manyana Kamol as politicians of different political party, at a regional moya, you should see all of them as equally Luanya Korola and Bankola Tamara Tamo Bankoka Tamanya and the Kamol Beja Nyakri Nyare, because more Belekajo. In that case, Nataranu Ibetlaje, and what they are doing currently, they are not serving the people, they are serving the president. So the president should pay them from NPP project. That's my argument. Nataranu Lapaketuje, the president should pay them from NPP budget, not from Gamek government budget.
But that doesn't start with this regime. It's ever since like that.
From the Jawa time, it's like that.
So that's mean the office of the president should the funds of the governors should come from the office of the president, not from the local government funds, I think.
No, not from the office of the president. Even the office of the president, the budget allocated to the office of the president, it came from the taxpayers' money, because it goes to the budget, and the deputies, they debate on it, and they allocate it for him. So still, if we pay them from the office of the president money, he's still using government money. So what ananko nyenda kamunko ala party ola kodo, ala party political party money, ala budget kono, ala budget come contribute. Anyanda kaboni wo rally jo, nala fai. If they want it to stay like this, but not from the government budget, not from the local council budget.
But is that not the same as of of the nominated members of the parliament and all the president advises. That is that not the same? For be manke back killing. Amanke mbus killing be ngame come the governor's office, the advisors of the president, and the nominated members of the National Assembly. Most of those people are party affiliated. So those people should not be paid from our taxpayers' money then.
Yeah, so honestly speaking, the political advisors to the government, have you ever heard of them talking about government policies?
I don't know.
They don't. They don't. All they advise is policy, defending the president. If you criticize the president constructively, they come out and against you, So they don't even have, and they have no clue of how the government machinery function, They never take part in cabinet meeting or in any serious government functioning. Government
I don't know the orders, but I know Gomez. What is his Gomez? Henry Gomez. The president can call me for free. I will advise him everything that he doesn't. It will not cost him nothing. Anything that Gomez can advise him, I can advise him 100 times better than.
More, of course.
So for free. Let him.
It's no joke. I'm sure you can do better than that.
I don't know about the rest. I'm not talking about the rest, but I know Henry Gomez. That man, apart the Dahin and all those things, yeah.
Babukar is sad, really. This is serious, We are laughing, but this is that office is the highest office in our land, Anything that goes on in that office should be a serious matter, People that go around that office should be men of integrity and credibility. They have expertise on what they are saying, They have experience on what they are saying and what they are advising the government on. This should be people with knowledge of how the government works. You understand? But if you have people around the government, around the president, who cannot even think critically and come out with solutions how do you expect them to
as I said, boy Gomez is Mope Yabolu.
Mope Yabalu.
Anga Gomez boy Paco Germany I boy it was a very interesting conversation we had. I hope I will catch you next week. But next week I will bring you on the panel with my ladies.
Yeah, okay.
I will bring you if you are free. I will next week we have these ladies, my ladies that I bring up here. But it is very important that I have you there because I want to ask the question I ask them next week is: Are we the immigrants? Not the cause of all of our difficulties in the West here. Are we not the one who violates all these opportunities and priorities that are given to us that we don't have at home? And we found them here. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you know better. Yes. Next week,
okay,
inshallah, because I have these ladies twice a week, and so we talk about things, I will bring you on the panel next week, inshallah. We talk about integration and our problems that we face in Europe here. You know better. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But thank you very much for this honest discussion. And I'm happy that we talk somebody was saying, writing, my brother Moms, he was telling me, he was writing on the comments that, brother Maifati and Seydou Dabo are the ones who signed the deportation. That will have been a distraction. I don't want to talk about deportation and all that because I know how those things works. So I cannot blame the Gambia government for signing deportations because even Belgium here, they accept people deported from other countries to here, even though those people were not born here, but because they carry the nationality of Belgium and they even are a threat to this country, to the security of country, the country cannot deny them because they identify themselves as Belgians.
Belgium, yeah.
So if Belgium is sending a Gambian to the Gambia and the Gambia government is facilitating it, I am not going to blame the Gambia government for that, because that are protocols. So I cannot blame that. I cannot blame, because America also have to bring back people from other Americans into their country that they don't want. Germans, British, So I don't want to argue about, because that is social media argument. People are arguing every day, because it is not fine to hear people being deported. Nobody. But I am not here to defend or to, because those are protocols. Even me, Boubacar Diallo, if I found myself in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs tomorrow, if I face protocols like this, it will not be about me. It will be about the Gambia. So, my hands would be tied as an individual, because then international law and protocols work. They were talking about my party when he was there. Now they are talking about the ministry of the same minister, the other minister who is there now. So
no, my was never Minister of Foreign Affairs.
They were talking about Ousainou Darboe when he was there, and now they are talking about the same minister, the other minister who is there too.
Tangara.
So the logic here is, can you see, it's not about the person, it's about the policies of international law. It doesn't matter if Adama Barrow today is the president. When Adama Barrow passed judgments here, he go international to work on bilateral relationship. It will not be about Adama Barrow. Adama Barrow can say no, like Yahya Jammeh would have been no, but that will bring you into difficulties, because you are already going against international norms, international agreements, our government collapsed here because of the Marrakesh agreement. You know that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You know that.
I know.
Before that's why I say I don't want to talk about this, because
there are many dimensions to this work. Because immigration, like international law, there are domestic laws for most of the time it's not harmonious with international law. But okay, as a government, you can always, Mafoko, there's something you can also hold on to. I understand it. Like, you can always engage your partners. It should not be, like one-way traffic, for example. You understand? So if I'm sure that happened. Maybe within, people don't know about some of those things. But as a government, you can it's any proposal to any European country. You know what? I'm not saying I cannot accept my people, okay? But Muniango, they don't identify themselves as Gambian. They don't have Gambian document. You understand? You only suspect they are Gambian. Yeah? These people, I'm not going to create paper for them to go. But Muniango, with their documents, example of voting, Belgian deport now to Belgium. These people, they have Belgian passport. That's what they have. So the Belgium have no right to deny them, because they come with your passport. You understand?
But that's also sensitive here, what you are talking about. I go to Germany. I told them I am from Guinea-Conakry. I am not from Guinea-Conakry. I was not born in Guinea-Conakry. I don't have any documents of Guinea-Conakry. It's because I am a Fulani. I speak Pular, and my parents come from Guinea-Conakry. And if I say I am a Guinean, you might believe I am a Guinean, but I am not. I was not born there. I don't have documents of Guinea. You will believe this. If I come to Belgium, I say I am a Guinean, they will take me as a Guinean, whether I have my identities or not. You understand what I'm saying? Who is here to be blamed, you think? If it come to deportation and all those things.
If you come to Belgium and claim you are a Belgian, sorry, you are a Guinean.
Yes.
You understand? So you know what they do sometimes, this asylum process, if they want to give you paper, they will ask you to bring your document from Guinea, for example.
Yes.
So you are not from Guinea,
Mm.
or they ask you something about Guinea, you don't know about Guinea. What are you going to say? Because they bring people from Guinea to interview you.
Yes.
If you say I'm from Guinea, the interpreter who is going to be a Guinean.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And during most of the time, these people, they know whether you are from this country or you are not from this country. Because
Yes.
from the interview, the person they bring to interview you, to do the interpretation.
Yes, will confirm. Will confirm.
They will confirm.
Them.
Not even confirm, but they will ask you about Guinea. They will ask you about the political parties in Guinea. Some of the things you have to know, almost most of the things in Guinea.
You know why I tell this is true. When I came to Holland, I went to Germany for a short. Because I have to stay there. Male told me you have to ask asylum to stay here, to stay away from police problem and all. And I did it. So I asked for Guinea. You know what they told me after? They told me I don't know nothing about Guinea.
You see, they know you are not from Guinea.
Yes, they told. This is what they told when they write to my, because, and then by then I already leave the country because I was not to stay there. So they wrote to me. They say, listen, they say, oh, your story, what you give is not. We cannot accept it because you don't know what you were saying. You don't know about Guinea. But I was already out of the country. But when this lawyer wrote to me, I told him I am not in there. I'm not there anymore because I was just there when my friend told me to ask asylum so that I would not have problem with police when they stop me and all those things. Just like it was a transit. So that is true. What you say is true. I was interviewed by a Guinean, but because of I speak Pular, my name is Boubacar Diallo. So for the man, he cannot deny that I am not. But the stories that I gave and all those things about the problems in Guinea, they know I was not from Guinea. So the C said, no, we don't believe your story. This is what they told me. They say they don't believe my story because all what I said was not correct. And I know it's true. I am not from Guinea. I am not a Guinean. So you see, so these are the kind of things. But what we were talking about, what the sense here is blaming officials in position of government position is really a problem.
It's a problem. Really.
It's a blindness. Because if you look at our Marrakesh problem here, our people who are supporting who are against the deal of the European Union, accepting immigrants in Europe, especially our parties in Belgium here, those people walk out of the government and the government collapse. And that doesn't stop the government from going to sign the agreement. You see? You see? So that's why it is not about my party. It is not about Ousainou Darboe. It's not about the current minister or it's not about the president. It's about international human rights and immigration policies and agreements, inter-party policies. Boy, thank you very much for our conversation. I will catch you more on online and tomorrow. Maybe you will not see me much online because during the day I will be putting off my internet. I don't want to be distracted by all this.
No problem.
Saluto.
Well, thank you very much. Asan, man, I see you pulling my leg, but
yeah, Asan, good night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I'm very happy. Baraka Bake, you was very engaged. Thank you very much.
It's good to learn from each other, my brother. Respect.
Yeah, really, appreciate my respect.
Brothers and sisters, that was the open conversation. Till we come your way next week, inshallah. Salut. Yo.